Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be travelling aboard Journey Beyond's the Overland service from Adelaide to Melbourne. You can drop your bags and check in for the Overland 90 minutes prior to departure. So here's my boarding pass and my Journey Safe Pack, sort of like the Flywheel pack you'd receive on Qantas. You'll see the contents of this later. So here's our train today. The train has 2 red standard cars, 2 red premium cars, 1 cafe car and a power car at the back, which is also used as a luggage van. So here is today's locomotive that will take us to Melbourne, Pacific National's NR41. The locomotive was built in 1941. Welcome aboard the Overland's Red Premium cabin. Today's cabin is laid out in a 2-1 configuration with 36 seats. So here is my seat today for the 11-hour trek to Melbourne, seat 24B. I'm 5'10" and the legroom on this seat is really good. I can stretch my legs fully. The tray table can be found in the seat pocket. So the tray table can be moved backwards and forwards. It can also be folded in half for a drink.
This is for your mobile phone.
Yes.
To the train this morning. Just need to outline a few things that you're required to know about the trip today. So firstly, the toilet for this carriage is up the front here, behind the curtain.
As we leave the Parklands terminal, it marks the start of our 11-hour journey to Melbourne.
No, I'm not.
Thank you.
Table out. Hello, Aidan, what would you like for breakfast and lunch?
Can I please get the omelette?
Yes,
And for lunch, can I get the curry of the day, please?
of course.
As you can see, the breakfast service started with a glass of orange juice. Just as we were passing through the hills, the breakfast service began. I found the omelette to be the most popular choice out of all the passengers on board. I certainly enjoyed it. The omelette was cooked right through. You could definitely tell the chef had done it a lot of times on board. I found the bacon to be a bit cold by the time it got to me, nevertheless a good meal. They also provided a bottle of water with our breakfast. It's time to go take a look through the cafe car. So the cafe car was a really good place to spend a lot of the time on the train. It was really good to sit down and get some work done. The cafe car has lots of seating, and during the afternoon I found it to be mainly empty. You can sit down and have a view out the window just like this. So here is our route map from Adelaide to Melbourne today. At the moment we are in the middle of Adelaide and Murray Bridge, and we'll soon be going on to Bordertown, just as you see here. This is the toilet on the train today. I found the toilet to be kept in really good condition for most of the journey.
transportation as it crosses the muddy Murray River. It is the largest regional river city in South Australia and was originally called Edwards Crossing. Murray Bridge was a major port for the paddle boats that travelled along the river during the early years. It has a population of 22,500 people and is a popular holiday spot for water sports, camping and houseboating. It is named after George Murray, a British Secretary of State at the time of South Australia's colonisation. As we cross the Murray River, the bridge you see outside the window was built in 1879. It transported trains, pedestrian and livestock. As years went by, more and more traffic traversed the old bridge and a new bridge was necessary. The bridge that we will cross the Murray on was opened in 1925. Our first stop is Murray Bridge.
Welcome to our first stop along the train journey today, Murray Bridge. After passing through Murray Bridge, I went to the cafe to charge up my devices. I found the power ports to work, but they were really slow, and I think it would be best to bring a power bank. I also got these cheese and crackers from the cafe while I did some work. It's time to take a look at the red standard class seats. I found these seats to be just as comfortable as the red premium seats. All they lack from the red premium seats is the legroom. Although for $114, I'd be more tempted to fly as you don't get food for the whole day. As with the red premium seats, there is a tray table in the seat pocket. Let's take a look at the cafe. There's snacks such as sausage rolls and pies. You can also buy hats with the Indian Pacific logo on them. There's also sandwiches, cheese and crackers, croissants, yogurt. You can also buy some sweets in the back if you want.
Coast region, it has a population of around 3,000. Bordertown's economy is primarily agriculture, cereal crops and livestock farming. It's also the birthplace of Australia's longest serving Labor Prime Minister, Mr. Bob Hawke, and it's also known for its colony of albino kangaroos in the wildlife park. Now folks, we don't have anyone scheduled to pick up or drop off at Bordertown, so the train will go through there slowly. There shouldn't be anybody there, but if there is somebody there, we'll stop, otherwise we'll make our way to Nil. It does mean a couple of things that we need to do. We need to change our clocks and timepieces to move forward by half an hour to come into line with Eastern Standard Time. So correct time on train now is 13 minutes past 12. And also folks, because we are crossing the border, it is mandatory under the Victorian COVID restrictions that we wear face masks all the way into Melbourne. So if I can get everyone to please pop their face masks on, that would be fantastic. If you do not have one folks, we do have spare ones at the cafe car, so please come down and see us. But from here on in, face masks are mandatory to be worn on board the train. Thank you.
Here is the Journey Safe Pack I was talking about before. It comes with a little pamphlet to tell you about its contents and 2 face masks. I found this to be a great initiative by Journey Beyond. For me, the lunch service began with a lemon lime bitter. The lunch service then began. I chose the buffalo massaman curry. It was served with a plate of rice. I found the portion of this to be very good. It was very tasty and warm. They say the spice would be bad, but I found it not too bad. The one complaint I had was that the beef was a bit chewy on the inside. I think this would have become from it being a bit undercooked. Nevertheless, a great meal. I really enjoyed this meal and I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
It is based on farming in grain and fowl, notably the Lumberjack hatchery, which employs over 200 people. Nil was the first Victorian town to be supplied with electricity after Melbourne, and it was also an airport used by the Royal Australian Air Force during World War II. instructing over 10,000 airmen. Our next stop is Nil.
Welcome to our first Victorian stop of Nil. This is also where the V-Line service starts, however it's only the V-Line coach service. Oh, thank you. My dessert is now served. I had the chocolate pudding. I found it to be very good. The other option was a vanilla slice. I tried both, but I found the vanilla slice to be a tad better. I think it's just because it was creamy and a little more sweet. The presentation for both meals was amazing. I found both meals to be very good.
River on the edge of the little desert. The surrounding area is given over to the cultivation of wheat, oats, barley and wool. Prior to 1862, Dimboola was known as Nine Creeks. The railway played a central role in the development and prosperity of Dimboola. It has been a major changeover point for the train crews and many of the people who maintain the trains and railway lines live in the town. We will stop here briefly to do a driver change. The drivers we've had from Adelaide will leave us here, and we'll have new drivers that will take us through to Melbourne. Next up is Dimboola.
Welcome to Horsham. The train station you see here was originally built in 1879.
Please, or coconut cherry slice. Pop your tables open and we'll come through and you let us know if you'd like a cup of tea or a bottle of water or an orange juice or coffee.
Here is some afternoon tea. This is the ginger cookie. I found ginger to be a little bit overused in this meal. Here is the coconut cherry slice. If it weren't for the filming purposes, I probably wouldn't have had this. I was that full from lunch, although nevertheless it was a really good meal. Once again, another good snack aboard the Overland. I also got a cup of peppermint tea with my afternoon tea. Welcome to North Shore Geelong, our final stop before reaching Melbourne.
This evening. Now, it is pretty much a 1 hour run from here to Melbourne from North Shore Geelong. We do have a scheduled time of 10 minutes to 7, and hopefully we'll get somewhere within that range. It's hard to know what is in front of us with other trains, etc., all that sort of stuff, but train control will get us there pretty close to on time. So folks, if you do have any friends or family picking you up from Spencer Street, Southern Cross, where the train will be stopping, let them know that the train will be there on time. And also folks, we will be closing the cafe car in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So if you would like any last minute drinks or refreshments, please come down and see the crew. But the cafe will be closing in preparation for our arrival into Melbourne. Thank you. It was established in 1835. Melbourne boasts a vibrant lifestyle with cultural festivals, bars, great restaurants, live music, theatre and sporting events, including the world famous horse race, the Melbourne Cup, which is held every November. Some of our favourite things to do in Melbourne are visit Queen Victoria Markets, Botanic Gardens, St Kilda Beach, and of course the Eureka skyscraper with its amazing sky deck giving you 360-degree views of the city. follow with COVID restrictions and avoid crowding in the corridors, please remain seated until advised if it is safe to disembark. When we arrive in the Southern Cross station, we ask that you please remain seated until we have come to a complete stop, and an announcement will be made when it is safe to disembark. Please make sure you have all your belongings with you. Check the seat pocket in front of you, the overhead racks, and around your seats. Any lost property found by staff will be recorded and taken back to Adelaide and stored in lost property. Your checked-in luggage will be placed directly onto the platform next to our train, and the team will inform you when you're able to collect your bags. Please use the luggage ticket you were issued with this morning at check-in. On behalf of Journey Beyond and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for travelling with us, and we look forward to having you on board again in the near future. For those of you who are now home, welcome back, and for those of you holidaying, enjoy your stay. And although we have absolutely loved having you on board, we ask that guests do not make physical contact such as shaking hands or hugging staff upon departure. And folks, thank you once again for helping us with the face masks and all the COVID restrictions. This is just something that we have to do at the moment to keep everyone safe. So thank you again.
Thank you all very much for watching my Overland video. If you haven't already, please click the like button and also subscribe with notifications on. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment down below if you want me to make an XBT overnight video from Melbourne to Sydney.